Good morning, St. Louis. I have a question for you. How do you take your coffee? With cream? With sugar? Do you like it hot or do you prefer a cold brew?
St. Louis, listen, it really doesn't matter how you take your coffee, just as long as you take it with us.
Good morning, St. Louis. Coming right back.
Good morning, St. Louis. I'm glad to be on this show, to be with you all, to inspire someone, to inspire some entrepreneur. My name is Pastor Mike Tyler. I'm in the inner city or the north side of JVL community, the pastor of Greater Paradise Missionary Baptist Church, where I'm the lead servant for 13 years after my father was the lead servant for 30-something years. I thank God for giving me the opportunity, and I want to inspire somebody that this season is a great season to expire and to explode, to go to the next level where God is getting ready to take all of us to. Even though it's a great morning, it's a great day, I thank you all for tuning in with us, because I want to tell you that a fighter never quits, a winner never stops. To encourage you all that in this pandemic that we have been going through, I'm a living testimony that you can make it, because you're looking at a man right now, you're looking at a leader that has been inspired of what God has allowed me to go through in my COVID situation that I have been down. I was down for so many days and so many weeks, and God has able me to get back up again to do what I'm supposed to do, and I'm built for this. You ought to be built for this. So I'm to encourage you today and this morning that you don't quit, don't give up, because my coach taught me, Floyd Ernst from Vashon High School taught me, my basketball coach taught me that don't let the game play you, you play the game. And so I'm going to tell somebody, don't let this situation or what we're going through or what your business is going through, don't let it play you, you play it. So to encourage you that you can make it, because I'm an overcomer, I'm a miracle, I'm a testimony that God will keep you in the midst of your pandemic. And I'm here to tell you that you can rise, you can be somebody, you can grow, and you can do great things in life. Just keep pushing and never quit. Thank God for you all, and may God bless you and forever keep you.
Well, welcome back, and I am so excited to have what I call our fan favorite, because you guys keep asking to have her back on the show. So welcome back, Gizelle Marcus.
Glad to be here again. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, absolutely. So today you are going to talk to us about onboarding. We had a lot of entrepreneurs, small businesses, and they have small teams, but it's still important to onboard them the correct way. So can you start by just giving us a definition, your definition of what onboarding is, and then why it's important?
Sure. So onboarding is really ensuring that your employees have the necessary knowledge, skills, and behaviors to perform their role properly and in an accelerated manner if you're doing it right.
Very, very good, Giselle. But listen, we live in a virtual world right now due to the pandemic. So can you offer any tips that will help people to onboard in the best possible way while we're operating virtually?
Certainly. I recommend that you have virtual celebrations to welcome your employees, making them feel special, making them feel unique, and making them feel as if they are part of the team.
Absolutely. So Giselle, you actually mentored me through my small business process while I was onboarding my team. And you talked to me about the importance of onboarding. So I have a quick question for Lisa. Did I onboard you right?
You did,
Okay.
Absolutely, absolutely. Everything worked out very well.
So thank you so much for helping me. But Giselle, if someone wanted to reach out to you and get your advice, maybe you help them through the onboarding process, medium agencies, small agencies, large agencies, how could they reach you? How can they reach you?
They can reach me at www.GizelleMarcus.com. That's GISELEMARCUS.com. And at Facebook at I am Gizelle Marcus, and LinkedIn at Gizelle Marcus.
I love all of the things that you post on LinkedIn. You do such an amazing job. So thank you so much again for coming back. You are our industry expert. You are our fan favorite. Our viewers really like to hear from you. I told you, we have a show that's going to educate you, empower you, and that's what Gizelle Marcus just did. If you want to reach her, you can also reach her through our website at www.good-morning-saint-louis.com.
Absolutely. Listen, Good Morning St. Louis has so much more to come. Make sure you stay with us.
All the students, in my opinion, are really nice and funny, and they're nice to be around. And the faculty, like all my teachers, I love all my teachers.
We serve a community, and we want to be able to provide quality education that's rooted in Catholic faith for any student that comes through our door.
Well, welcome back. We have some amazing, amazing guests today. One of my favorite, all-time favorite people on the show with us today is Tiffany. Tiffany Stanfield, welcome to our show.
Absolutely.
Thank you for having me.
So Tiffany, you are into so much, which is a good thing.
Yes.
Please talk to me about, first give me the name of your company, and then tell me a little bit of what you do, because I know you handle project management, you also handle logistics. Just kind of sum it up for me.
I love it. So I am Matiff, which is Matiff Business and Consulting Services. And we are a multifaceted company, but really the meat and potatoes of our company is project management, logistic operations, but it's across industry. So I could be in a power and energy perspective, or I can be in a stage management production perspective. So it would vary depending on the project, what the project calls for. So that's kind of who we are in a nutshell. We also handle quite a bit of data analytics, both qual and quant research. So if we're required to extend a little bit more into project management, we'll dig a little deeper into research as well.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's very interesting, Tiffany. It sounds like you have your hands in a lot of different pots, so to speak. What kind of tips could you offer in terms of managing multiple projects simultaneously?
Well, there's some method to the chaos.
Okay.
There is some
Okay.
methods.
Okay.
So I would probably say scope, time,
Okay.
quality, and across the board is conciseness, if that makes sense.
Sure.
So really, every project, any vertical that you touch, requires understanding the scope of the project. It understands and meeting your milestones, your deadlines. Obviously, ensuring that you're very concise and detailed with meeting the client's needs. And then, of course, overall, we want to make sure that we're providing the quality of work that requires.
Absolutely. So you are super smart. You know, that's just how I feel about you. You talked about quantitative and qualitative research. And you also mentioned this thing called bioenergy. Tell me why it's important for Black and brown people to understand how to find pathways into bioenergy. Why is that important?
I'll tell you, it's extremely important. So I'm gonna really speak to it in layman's terms. So do you guys remember when we had the blackout, you know,
Sure,
and in
absolutely.
Texas and in various different areas? Well, we really want to know why those things are important from the bioenergy perspective. Grids.
Yes.
When it comes to analog versus digital grids, you really want to dig into why it's important to transition over to those areas, which is in the power energy sector. So when you have a blackout like that, blackouts are done not just in one singular grid, but they're done in quadrants.
Okay.
So, like, for example, our market may be connected to a completely different quadrant. So that means that when one market goes down, the entire market goes down. So we want to really kind of dig into that whole organic energy side of things and really build out what those quadrants would look like and how to singularly, if you will, create a method where we won't have to have a full out blackout, but more so in a smaller capacity. Does that make sense?
It does.
Did I answer your question?
You did. Renewable energy, grids. You know, when you said grids, I automatically also thought the importance of renewable and sustainable energy. So thank you so much for that question. Answering it.
Sure. Very, very impressive. Very impressive. I love it. And like she said, you're super smart. And I love smart people. Smart people. I do. I absolutely love
cool like
connect. Absolutely.
Cool like that.
Absolutely. With that in mind, you took an opportunity to become an entrepreneur. Let me know why that was so important for you.
You've ever heard of the forced volunteerism?
Yes.
I think it really stems from a situation that really kind of forced me into entrepreneurship. One of the things that I realized in one moment of my life, just one singular moment, that everything that I needed was within me. And when I realized that, I decided that instead of putting all eggs in one basket, i.e. one job, I realized that all of the skill sets, experiences, situations I had was right within me. So kind of stepped out and realized that I make the decisions. It gives me the opportunity to be a little bit more innovative. I can really think outside of the box as opposed to being caged in. So I think that's really valuable in entrepreneurship as a whole. And then last but not least, for me, every single aspect that I touch in my business has to impact the community in some way. It has to have some level of impact. So if I'm partnering with a company or if I am taking on a one-off project, it has to have a level of community sustainability that makes sense to Matiff business. And if it doesn't, I've learned the power of no, unfortunately.
I love it, the power of no. She is so empowering. Didn't I tell you?
I agree.
Okay, so if someone wanted to get in contact with you, Tiffany, how could they reach you?
Matiff business, Matiff entertainment, Matiff research. No, Matiff, IG, Facebook, Twitter, Matiff. Really, I am Matiff.
Okay, wonderful. I told you we have education, we have empowerment, we have inspiration, we have everything right here on Good Morning St. Louis. If you want to reach out to Tiffany, you can also reach out to her at our website at www.good-morning-saints-louis.com.
We just want to take the opportunity to remind you that you have everything inside of you already to be successful. Good Morning St. Louis will be right back.
All the students, in my opinion, are really nice and funny, and they're nice to be around. And the faculty, like all my teachers, I love all my teachers.
We serve a community, and we want to be able to provide quality education that's rooted in Catholic faith for any student that comes through our door.
Welcome back to Good Morning St. Louis. Remember, we don't care how you have your coffee, but as long as you have your Saturday morning coffee with us. Well, we talk a lot about education, and so it's so important for us to bring on industry experts. Today, we know a lot of people that's looking for homes. the loan industry can be a bit cumbersome. It can be a little bit confusing. It can be ambiguous to some. And so we have an industry expert with us today that's going to talk to us a little bit about the home loan process. So welcome to the show, Nisaa.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes. So Nisaa, talk to us first. Tell us who you are, the name of your company, and then a little bit about the services that you provide.
Okay. So my name is Nisaa. I'm with New American Funding, and I offer home loans for first-time home buyers, clients that want to move up in their home, clients that want to refinance and maybe lower their interest rate or get money out. So that's what I do.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fantastic. Now, I understand that you are a senior loan consultant.
I am.
Is that right?
I've been doing this for 23 years.
Oh
so
my gosh. That is
I've been around.
fantastic.
Yeah.
That is absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
What should someone in the home buying process look for in a loan consultant?
Well, I think experience is important.
Okay.
But just someone that's really understanding of each person's individual situation, because everybody's situation is different.
Sure.
And we have to hear that. We have to understand their fears and understand what they're looking for and make sure we can educate our clients when it comes to this process, because like you said, it's very overwhelming.
It absolutely is overwhelming. If you could offer some tips for someone looking for the loan, if they're shopping for a home and they're shopping for different loans, what type of tips would you give them? After you give us maybe your top 3 tips, please let us know how our guests can find you.
So I would say it is important for you to already know where your credit is. You just don't want to go into this process blindly. It's also important to be educated about what type of monthly payment can you afford. Set a budget. It is so important to go into this knowing how much you're going to spend each month, and you don't want to be house poor. So you want to do something that you're comfortable with, not what your friends or your family have done, what works for you. And you guys can find I'm on Facebook. I do mortgage tips randomly. I love doing my mortgage minute. And I just tell people different things about the industry that they may run into, issues about student loan debt or credit tips. So on Facebook, you can find me at Nisaa El-Hasan. You can find me on Instagram. And again, my website is www.nisaalhasan.com.
Thank you so much. So you heard how you can find her. She gave us some great tips, but you can also find her on our website. Please log on to www.good-morning-saints-louis.com.
Take just a couple moments to refresh your cup of coffee, and Good Morning St. Louis will be right back with you.
Hi, I'm Madison Montgomery, a member of the Pleasant Grove Church, and I am thrilled to be here today. And I am excited and honored that you decided to tune in for today's motivation moment. So, whether you are youth or whether you are older, I think that this verse can speak to you. It is from Deuteronomy chapter 31, verse 8, and it reads, "The Lord himself goes before you and will be with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged." I hope that gives you peace to know that wherever you go, God will be with you. And he will not only be with you, but he will go before you. And that he will never leave you nor forsake you. And he always has your best interest in mind. So take heart and do not be afraid and do not be discouraged, no matter what you're dealing with. Whether it be struggles in your spiritual journey or whether it be struggles in regards to your schooling, God will always be with you. Thank you so much. God bless.
Good morning, St. Louis. Well, we told you this show would be epic. We had someone empowering us, educating us, and inspiring us.
And we just want to take the time this morning to thank Giselle, Tiffany, and Nisaa for being our fabulous guests.
Absolutely. Good morning, St. Louis, every Saturday morning on Channel 11.
Make sure you don't miss it. This has been your morning coffee.